American Environmental Review is a national platform where nature and technology meet, where protecting and preserving our precious resources takes center stage, where the spotlight seeks out and shines on the environmental innovators. This editorial series, featured on public television, takes an inside look at the outdoors, explores how the decisions we make today impact each of our tomorrows. Naylor Industries was handpicked as a featured guest because of its commitment to the environment in which we live.
All too often, technological advances come with a price, harm to the environment. But more and more industries and individuals are using technology to help the environment, not harm it. Here's an example.
Time was when a worker's comfort was not much of a concern. In fact, not too long ago, freshening or cooling the air in a commercial building wasn't much more sophisticated than this or this. Over the years, air handling equipment has certainly improved. And today, with numerous studies recognizing the impact the work environment can have on job performance, solving heating, cooling, and air quality issues has certainly become a priority.
The air conditioning system in modern office buildings or school buildings or institutional buildings primarily provides an indoor air quality and a ventilation and a temperature and a humidity that's satisfactory to human comfort.
However, airflow needs change as the work environment changes. Occupied or unoccupied conference rooms, use of equipment such as copy machines or kitchen devices, even the position of the sun and clouds around the building can all vary heating and cooling requirements throughout the day.
Companies are very dynamic today. They move people around. And so you really need the ability to move the ventilation air around to meet the varying occupancies.
But there can still be some problems with variable systems. For the most part, they use induction motors to turn the fans within the units that control the flow of heated or cooled air. This type of motor has been designed for peak performance when turning at a steady pace, but often loses efficiency when forced to alter speeds. Sometimes these high-voltage AC motors can actually wind up generating more heat while producing cool air. By leveraging a new type of motor called an ECM and combining it with microprocessing technology, engineers with Naylor Industries have developed a variable air volume system to address these concerns.
ECM stands for electronically commutated motor, and commutated refers to internal switching that takes place in the motor. It comes complete with a basic computer attached to it that we call a drive. That gives it the ability to actually pre-program outputs and to optimize the internal switching.
And the system incorporates a DC motor, which by its nature uses less energy than an AC motor.
This is a fan-powered VAV terminal unit that uses an AC induction motor. What we're going to do is measure the RPMs, or the rotational speed of the motor, to see how fast it's turning, about 410 RPM, and then look at a watt meter to see how much energy it's using to deliver that airflow, and you can see about 135 watts. Now let's compare the same data we just took on an identical unit, except this unit is equipped with an ECM motor. We'll start off by measuring the RPM of the wheel to indicate that it's doing the same thing as the one before, that same 400 CFMs. And now, instead of the 135 watts, we're only using 19 or 20.
The new motors are being installed in several buildings nationwide, such as this office complex in downtown Chicago.
We, as the developer, win because we have a better indoor environment for these folks, better indoor air quality. The tenants themselves are more comfortable. We use less energy from the power plant. We use less coal. Less pollutants are passed into the environment. And so it's really a win-win situation for everyone concerned.
An environmentally efficient building addresses issues not only of practicality, but of comfort and wellness. When it comes to concerns about working conditions in today's commercial spaces, engineers and architects are joining forces to help managers and employees both breathe more easily.
Thanks for tuning in today. Join us again as we continue to explore how people and technology can work together to better protect our planet.
As a company, we've always been involved in products that have to do with life safety or environmental conditions in buildings. We want to take the technologies that are existing today and make them better, make the environments that we live in a safer place to live and a more comfortable place to live.
If we can make our buildings more energy efficient by using products like the ECM motor, we can attract better tenants, we can retain those tenants longer, and we can differentiate ourselves as a developer in our product versus our competitors.
I think these technologies will be adopted in air handling units and many other areas. So I think other companies will be looking to us for their ideas and where they're going to head in the future. I think we'll always be a major player in this industry, and we're seeing the requirements not just here in the United States, but this is a worldwide market that we're looking at.
John F. Kennedy once said, "The supreme reality of our time is the vulnerability of our planet." It is a timeless statement. World population, consumption, and technology push forward, often more quickly than natural resources can support, or with consequences more costly than we can afford. The need for a unified effort to nurture, renew, and protect the planet has never been more compelling. Therefore, once again, American Environmental Review extends a special thanks to the companies and organizations that have risen to meet today's environmental challenges. This has been a presentation of WJMK.